Shalom Israel. First and foremost, I want to say all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of the house of David. Salutations to you brothers throughout the four corners of the earth, teaching the truth in righteousness and sincerity. And to you Israelite foreigners, come back home to the truth. And to those that passed away serving the Lord, the dead in Yahweh Shai shall arise first. All right, I want to do this video because I saw a video that it didn't bother me too much. I'm not gonna say it's like a real bad thing. It is incorrect of the brother to do it the way he did it. I'm gonna just go into it. This is brother that just recently, like probably today, made a video about the brother in my the leader chief, the chief Gabar, and was talking about how he's wearing a vest and saying that it looks like a bulletproof vest. It's sending a certain I guess image is what the problem is, and the information in the video that you went into, that the brother went into, is cool. Like we can go over it as men, and I can't be too upset with him because the video he didn't speak in a manner in which was disagreeable or disrespectful or calling Gabar names like a lot of dudes in this truth like to do. But the fact is, he shouldn't have made a video as opposed to speaking to Gabar personally. First and foremost, y'all see what we went through the other day at camp. Well, when I say we, I'm part of the camp. I wasn't there when it happened, but you see what brothers went through. Well, I was there when it happened because they were still sending the unmarked cars and all that other shit. So it is we. Now, what I'm going to say is that, first and foremost, y'all should be really more concerned with how we doing, number one. But y'all just going to make videos talking shit about us but don't know what we going through. You see that some FBI dude called the chief, and also took a couple brothers in, for questioning already. And going to brothers' jobs and houses and shit. That doesn't concern y'all. Y'all are y'all that worried about a damn vest as opposed to us as brothers? That goes to show y'all don't love us, man. And you know what? I'm not gonna say much negative or much of anything to you, the brother that made the video, Mysteries of the Kingdom, because like I said, at the very least he had the right spirit. He just did it on the wrong platform. Trumpet in Philly and Trumpet in VA, y'all dudes is clowns, man. Y'all dudes, I am gonna say negative things on. We're gonna go to war with y'all if y'all don't stop the BS, man. When I say war, it's not gonna be carnal. We gonna basically, what I'm saying, we're gonna let y'all know about yourselves, man. It's too much. Like when somebody's watching a brother that much, you're posting YouTube and social media and shit. It's like you're too focused on hating us. And one thing I notice about a lot of dudes that's socially awkward in this truth is that they come in this thing and they think that they can equate, themselves, that now, because now you're in the truth, that we have an equal playing ground. But when you come in this truth, it's not about you getting, the revenge of the nerds. Like your whole life, nobody clapped for you, nobody cheered you on, nobody made you the starter for the football team. So then all of a sudden you come in this truth and then, you're like, hey, I can make myself important with this thing. You know what I mean? It's not about that. That's why I urge a lot of you brothers out there, that are socially awkward, nerdy, geeks. You know what I'm saying? It's not about making yourself a tougher guy or a bigger man. You know what I'm saying? If you're a nerd, be a nerd. But be a nerd for your house shot. Don't sit here and come in and all of a sudden think you got something to say to brothers that's been doing it and still trying to endure. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. We not even, you clout chasing and we not even one of the big fish in Israel. You know what I'm saying? We're a very small camp. We're not as big now. We don't have 30 deep camps. You know what I'm saying? we're I would say y'all guys are more like anchovies and shit. We could be compared to y'all. I say we're like a salmon, you know, but we're not sharks and whales and the big, you know, animals of the sea. We're definitely not Leviathan. You know what I'm saying? You know, you want a perfect example of like a whale. You got the people that Jersey City shooter was really associated with, according to a couple articles I read, Comfy in them, ICGJC. You know, that's like a whale in wickedness. You know what I'm saying? Because as far as what they teach wickedness. You know what I mean? They teach things that are off. So we're more like a salmon. Like, we're a smaller fish. We're just a little bigger than you. You know, you guys are like a fucking anchovy. You know what I mean? But nah, man, like, you know what I'm saying? We got to stop this spirit of running to YouTube to settle our differences, or to tell each other, brother, what you did was wrong. You know? It's nothing for you to go on one of our pages and say, hey, listen, I'm trying to get in touch with the brother with the vest. Can I get an email, or can I give you my email, and then we can talk like brothers? That's really the way we're supposed to do it according to Scripture. And I'm going to pull a scripture. I have a few scriptures here that I want to go into. Matthew 18 and 15. Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee. Now, the only way you got around this scripture if you don't acknowledge us as your brother. But otherwise, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, if you feel what he did was offensive to you, clearly you did, because you went as far as making a video to tell the whole world. Now people that have no relation to the truth know that you disagree with the brother wearing a vest. You see how stupid that is? No disrespect to him personally, to you, brother personally, the brother that made that video. I don't even know who you are. You know, I don't even know what camp you're associated with. You know, like I said, I didn't watch the whole video. But what I did watch, it was just kind of like annoying me, because it's like, yo, he's making some points, but why are you telling the world as opposed to somehow trying to reach out to a brother? So I'm going to read on. It says, go and tell him his faults between thee and him alone. So y'all two deal with it. You know what I'm saying? It should have been no further than that. Reach out to him through the page, give an email address or some way to contact. Y'all would have had a conversation. And maybe y'all could have even, if we're wrong, we would have did a video, say, listen, you know, I fucked up. That's a mistake I made. You know, Salakia. And then you would have gained the brother. But in all honesty, when you run to YouTube, it seems like you want to do more than what the scripture says. You want to gain a following, or you want to gain clout. Now, not for mystery of the kingdom, because like I said, the way he did it was definitely not in a bad way. I don't think the language and the way he was talking in the video was bad, condescending, disrespectful. But the fact that you ran to YouTube with it, I'm rebuking you on, respectfully. You know, but you other guys, Trumpet in Philly, Trumpet in VA, you guys is clowns, man. You got to change your habit, man. Because the way you going about it is all wrong. But anyway, moving on. Go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone. You know what alone means, right? Just you and him. Just mano y mano, as Esau says. That's it. Just the two of y'all. You don't need an audience to rebuke a brother. All right? And that's what YouTube is an audience. Right? Reading on. But if he will not hear thee, then take with thee one or two more. So now it's two or three brothers in total. It shouldn't be more than 4 brothers. It's you and the 1 or 2 more. So that's 3, and then the brother that you're talking to. So let the witnesses hear him out, hear you out, and then we'll see who's right or wrong. Now in this truth, I mean in this world today, we have 3-way conversations. We can have, you know, we can have a 3-way phone conversation. We can have a 3-way chat conversation. You know, there's apps out there for that. We can have a conference call. We could do Google Hangouts. There's 100 different ways that you could have brought 2 or 3 witnesses so that they can hear everything that the brother says. So that everything that the brother says, y'all have, you know, according to memory. You know what I mean? That in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, every word may be established. So you have an understanding, and you go over everything, and you make sure nothing is misinterpreted, right? That's the proper way to rebuke a brother, or to deal with a brother if you think he did something wrong, and he may have really did that wrong. And let's say you couldn't get through to him, but you got two other brothers or one other brother that can say, hey, listen, brother, this is what he's saying. Say it in a different way. Some brothers have different ways to explain things. And maybe those two brothers can get through to him. And if he shall neglect to hear them, tell it unto the church. But if he neglect to hear the church, and the church is still not even YouTube. YouTube, anybody and their fucking mother can pull up the video. Some mother that's trying to learn how to cook a damn meatloaf can pull up the video about you talking about the man's vest. So even the third step is you bring it to the church. Who's the church? Your church and my church. We can have a whole big council through Google Hangouts or just the leaderships of the churches. We can have a conversation about it. And like I said, brothers, if you express to us and show us how we're wrong and we are wrong, we will, we would be more than happy to do a separate video. For obvious reasons, we can't take that video down. We would be happy doing a separate video clarifying that, this action was wrong. But rather than reason, because the scriptures say, come and let us reason together, you didn't want to reason. You went to YouTube. You ran to YouTube to air out what your difference is with this brother. And there might be a lot of brothers that don't like it. But it behooves us as men of the Lord, if we're going to be men of the Lord, to resolve our problems this way. Because why is the FBI bothering brothers right now? Is because of the reputation that we've built up as being a hate group. Because not us, because a lot of us have grown up to learn how to approach teaching the word of the Lord. But you have a lot of groups out there that still to this day, white man and blah 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 and nukes and nukes you got to go into, but you got to go into it prophetically. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of y'all, not the brothers the brothers and the niggas that I'm talking to in this video, but a lot of dudes out here is teaching the word and they're making it sound like a hate group. So you can understand why. And now it's funny because they're associating us with that. Now also with you, brother, Mysteries of the Kingdom, and the other two clowns that Trumpet in Philly and Trumpet in VA. What y'all did is incorrect. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to reach out directly, one-on-one. You can have a conversation. You don't go and make YouTube videos and then say, let's talk. You don't already, shot a missile. Spiritual. You know what I mean? But anyway, but if he neglect to hear the church, if we're all on one accord that what he did was wrong, let him be unto thee as a heathen man and a publican. Verily I say unto you, whatsoever ye shall bind on earth shall be bound in heaven. So you have to keep in mind also that what y'all bind, what agreement we come to or disagreement on earth, this is that important that it'll be bound in heaven. And whatsoever ye shall loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven. But that's it on that. I'm going to go to Proverbs 26 and 17. Right? It says, he that passeth by and meddleth with strife belonging not to him is like one that taketh a dog by the ears. All right, so you have to take on a fight that's relevant to you. If you have a problem with the brother, now, for you to say that the vest sends out a wrong impression of all of us, you have a point. I'm just saying this is a general video, not just dealing with this issue, but dealing with dealing with dudes that's out there rebuking brothers about shit that don't even have nothing to do with them. It's not a sin. You rebuke somebody for something that literally doesn't affect you. You know what I mean? But again, this is a general scripture. It's not for you. So don't meddle in stuff that has nothing to do with you. You know, um, Ecclesiasticus, Sirach 11 and 10. My son, meddle not with many matters, for if thou meddle much, thou shalt not be innocent. Because that's the thing. You got a lot of busybodies in this truth, and that's why I've matured from the Israelite that I was years ago, where I'm not sitting here going back and forth, talking, battling back and forth with all these issues. You know what I'm saying? I try to simplify my life, and I try to just go out, teach the word, live by the word, and that's it. I don't want to go back and forth with brothers, make videos, and you know, be a busybody. Because at the end of the day, a lot of you dudes became busybodies. You know, you go on some of y'all social media, and I'm gonna speak generally because I don't believe in using people's social media against them. But you what's the word I'm looking for? If you yeah, you a lot of you dudes on social media be posting videos of other brothers, and you talking shit about the brothers, but you just fucking promoted them, dumbass. You know, by reposting a video of somebody, you're also promoting them. You're showing the people the brother. So it better be worth it. You better really have something on them that's so hardcore bad that you can't, you know what I'm saying, that you showing their, because you might show their videos and people might actually like what they're saying over you. So you gotta be very careful. And if thou follow after, thou shalt not obtain. You're not gonna gain anything by meddling in all these affairs, being all up on somebody else's social media, being all up in somebody's videos and trying to find stuff to talk about. You're not gonna gain anything by that. If anything, you're gonna look like a fucking clown. Thou shalt not obtain, neither shalt thou escape by fleeing. You know, now the Lord's on your ass. Now the Lord's watching. You know what I'm saying? You a target if you sit here meddling in everybody's affairs. Now the Lord's gonna put His Spirit on somebody to expose you. You know, so I'm gonna move on to Leviticus 19 and 17, and this is for you dudes, trumpet in VA and trumpet in Philly. Not for the brother, because like I said, mysteries of the kingdom, you was not hateful. You know what I'm saying? The actual, like I'm gonna keep saying it, the way you did the video was cool. Is the fact that you shouldn't have did a video at all. You should have spoke to the brother one-on-one. You should have reached out. We would have got y'all in contact, worst case scenario. You know, I wouldn't be a fan of putting my phone number on the comment board, but I will put my email up there. But Leviticus 19 and 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him. Now, he didn't sin by wearing that vest that looked like a bulletproof vest to you. But you're supposed to rebuke him. You are supposed to rebuke him. If you feel that that's wrong, then you are supposed to rebuke him. I'm not shying away from you reaching out to him, talking to him like a man and saying, you know, brother, I don't agree with what you did. You know, when I say like a man, I mean as opposed to like a child. I'm not calling you a bitch. You know what I mean? But, you know, you're supposed. We have to learn to do better, man. YouTube came out in 2006, and Israel has been bugging the fuck out ever since. All we do is make videos about each other instead of coming to each other. This YouTube shit has destroyed brotherhood, man. It's helped us put information out there, but it's also helped us misrepresent ourselves and misrepresent the Lord. And this is what, you know what I'm saying, what I'm talking about. You know, that shows trumpet in VA and trumpet in Philly. I know y'all hate us. That's fine. I don't care. You know, the Spirit of the Lord is not dealing with y'all the way y'all doing. All right? You can tell a brother, hey, listen, you're wrong about the vest. And if he's wrong about that vest, then, you know, y'all know us, man. Come on. A lot of y'all, if you watch our videos enough, you see that we have a humble spirit about us where you talk to us, you rebuke us, we did something wrong, but come humble. Come like we do. You know what I'm saying? Come respectful. You know, don't think that you're gonna call or text or email and say, oh, you fucking nigga, you know. No. We'll give you the same energy you give us, man. You know, but there's a proper way to do it. And like I said, You know, I could tell that there was no malice intended by the brother mind of mysteries of the kingdom, but it's still wrong, and I have to rebuke you. And I'm not telling you that you're wrong for expressing to Gabar that you feel that him wearing a vest that looked like a bulletproof vest was wrong. I just say that you shouldn't have ran to YouTube, and that's it. And also to rebuke anybody else that runs to YouTube or even goes on social media and posts shit, disrespecting or talking shit about other brothers. That's wrong. Proverbs 9 and 8. Reprove not a scorner, lest he hate thee. Rebuke a wise man, which I believe Gabar is a wise man. Rebuke a wise man, and he will love thee. You could have gained a brother by hitting up Gabar. Now we got to look out for you, honestly. Because even though you like I said, I respect the way in which you were speaking. It wasn't disrespectful. It wasn't condescending. But you don't run to YouTube. That's a bad move on you, on your part. You know, and on everybody's part that runs to YouTube without dealing with brothers personally. You know. But rebuke a wise man, and he will love thee. You know, Gabar's open to rebuke, man. He's not one of those that thinks that he's above rebuke. I know that the way brothers have been in this truth for the past, 20-something years, maybe longer, would make you think a certain way, but, you have to at least try. You don't just sit here and talk shit behind brothers' backs and think it's okay. What if you're talking about a man of the Lord that just might have made a mistake? What if you could have gotten through to him better by speaking to him one-on-one? All right? Proverbs 28 and 23. He that rebuketh a man afterwards shall find more favor than he that flattereth with the tongue. So again, I'm encouraging you brothers out there that have any disagreement with anything that we've done or we do to talk to us and rebuke us. But you have to follow the procedure in the scripture. You have to talk to a man one-on-one. Because how do you even know that after camp shut down, we didn't tell Gabar, yo, brother, that you shouldn't do that. You know what I mean? But at this point, the video was already live streamed. You feel what I'm saying? So he didn't have a chance at that point to just not have the vest on. You know what I'm saying? It's already there, But like I said, I encourage brothers to rebuke one another. I encourage it. But when you rebuke a brother, see, a lot of times brothers get real ballsy with their rebukes. Brothers think that they could just, talk to a brother any kind of way they want, and then later on when they talk to other brothers about rebuking that brother, they be like, oh yeah, I checked that man. Like you say it like you fucking, put him in his place type shit. No, I'm rebuking you now, and I haven't called you a name. I'm going to call you Mysteries of the Kingdom because I don't know your Hebrew name. And this is all in love. This is all love here. I'm showing you. That this is how you really rebuke. You don't see the problem is with Israel is we like the yelling, the back and forth, the sensationalism. Let's not sensationalize the thing. Be a brother. And rebuke a brother the way you're supposed to rebuke a brother. This video is as much telling you that you should have handled the situation better, and also telling brothers how to handle the situation better. 1 Timothy 5 and 20. Them that sin rebuke before all, that others also may fear. Now, the reason why I pulled the scripture, it doesn't fit this situation, but now when you're dealing with a sinner, you're dealing with somebody that's actually breaking the law, and you're going to try to check them and shit, now you got to come down on them. Now you see somebody, and Israelites, we're not going to sin in public like that. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to sin where people could see it. So it's, if anything, with Israelites, if you were to catch somebody in the act of sinning or something like that, or you have evidence for sure that a brother sinned, and you confronted him about it, and he was dismissive or whatever, then you rebuke before all. You go to YouTube, because it says rebuke before all. Now, if you're dealing with a sinner, you're dealing with a guy that's a murderer, you're dealing with a guy that's a thief, you rebuke him before everybody. If you find out a man's a sodomite, you rebuke him before everybody. Put him to shame. You put him to shame for that. All right? But it says, them that sin rebuke before all that others may fear. Because you want others to see the way that dude got corrected and say, oh, I would never want brothers to talk about me like that. You know, but last scripture I'm going to pull out. All right. It's he that is slow to wrath is of great understanding. You know, don't get mad. Like, brothers saw the brother with a vest on and it's cool. You know, it's cool not to like it, or it's cool to disagree with it. And if you have a good point, to the point where, you know, the brother's wrong about it, then the brother will take the rebuke. But at least give him a chance. Talk to the man. You know, you got a lot of cowardly hearted brothers. Not saying you, Mr. East, but you got a lot of cowardly hearted dudes in this truth that won't even do that. You'll run to YouTube and you'll be happy talking shit about a man because you know that the man, you're not within the brother's reach. You know? Because I'm going to tell you like this. I'm not even driving to Philly to beat them trumpet and Philly dudes up. That's not worth the drive. And that's about not even an hour away. I can get there going down the turnpike. You know? But, you know, we have to handle our gripes and our differences a lot better than YouTube. You know, part of the reason why I think that the Lord is going to shut down YouTube or shut us down from YouTube is because we're not using it right. You know, 13 years, we've done great things. We've put out a lot of great information, but then we've also fucked up. It's like you fuck up the party, man. We're having a great time passing off information and really waking brothers up throughout the four corners of the earth, but then we're also tearing each other apart in front of everybody. You know, so Edomites from other nations and Moabites and you know, every other nation could see us tear each other up on YouTube. You know, that's off as hell, man. You want to rebuke a brother, you rebuke him in person. You know, you see the 3 steps. 1-on-1, a council of 3 or 4 brothers, and then the whole church. And even at that point, it didn't say, go run to YouTube and make videos about him. Right? But reading on, it says, he that is slow to wrath is of great understanding. But he that is hasty of spirit exalteth folly. And it's exalting folly to run to YouTube because you're hasty. You don't have the patience, because it takes a lot of patience for a brother to reason with somebody that legit thinks that they're always right. Trust and believe I've had to reason with people in the world and in the truth that think they're automatically right. You know, I believe it, I understand it. But in your patience possess ye your souls. Yahweh Shah said that. You have to have patience. You have to take the proper steps when you disagree with a brother if you want to correct them. You know? So that's just what it is. You know what I mean? A lot of brothers are out there saying, yeah, we should lean away from wearing the military apparel and all that. I get it. We're a spiritual army, number one. So if your argument is that it's pushing out the militant image and all that, you know, I respect your argument. I understand. You know, but my counter to that is, you know, there's a lot of things that we could really pinpoint and nitpick. But what I have to say to you, brother, and to you other dudes out there that's had a lot to say behind our backs or on YouTube or on your Instagram or on your Facebook is, first and foremost, y'all see what we dealing with. The first thing you should do is be brotherly and say, are y'all brothers okay? That's number one, because you don't know what we dealing with. You don't know what brothers done had to put up with since Saturday. You know, so that's number one. Number two is then you go about trying to get in contact with the brother that you're trying to rebuke. And again, in closing, I want to say, rebuke. When brothers are doing something wrong, rebuke them. If you think it's hurtful what the brother's doing, that it's something that you see that he should be an example and he's doing something wrong, rebuke him. But you go to him as a man, between thee and him alone. And if he hears you, you gain the brother. Or maybe you could be wrong. Maybe you talk to him and you hear his reason out, and you could be the one wrong. Or maybe you're right, but you had to talk to him man to man, and then the brother himself will say, I'm going to humiliate myself and do a video and admit my fault. I was trying to be in a stern military. I don't know what spirit, or what the brother will tell you as far as why he put on the vest. I don't personally have a problem with him, putting on that vest for the video. But I will say that I understand your point of view. Because I'm the type of brother, I try to understand things from even points of view that I don't agree with. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I said, man, if you feel any brother did something wrong and you run right to YouTube without even trying to talk to him, that's wicked. That's off. That's not the way Yahweh Shah said in Matthew 18. All right, so we have to go by the scriptures. We have to learn, man. What have we been 13 years on YouTube doing if we haven't gotten it right yet? If one of the most basic things is talk to a brother, you and him alone, if you feel wronged by him or if you feel he's doing something wrong. But with that, I'm going to say all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of the house of David. Salutations to you brothers throughout the four corners of the earth, teaching the truth and righteousness and sincerity. To you Israelite foreigners, come back home to the truth. To those that passed away serving the Lord, the dead in Yahweh Shai shall arise first. And to you mysteries of the kingdom, shalom. No love lost. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no beef. Even to Trumpet and Philly and VA, I said some pretty harsh things about y'all. Until I see different from y'all not going to get a different reply from me. But I'm even open to working it out with y'all if y'all, want to step away from doing the wrong thing. Going about things the wrong way. Shalom.